night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining us from. Welcome to Custom AI Development on Google Clouds. I believe you can hear me. So if you can hear me, you can just go ahead and comment where you are joining us from, the location you are joining us, and the what you hope to take out from this session. And also you can just tweet what you want to or share this link to your friends. So I'm just gonna say thank you so much. It's been a while we had a virtual session, and this bootcamp is actually hosted by Machine Learning Uyo. We just concluded AI Community Day. So I'll just give a 30-minute break, 30 seconds actually. So please do well to share this link to your friends and encourage them to join the call. Like you can see, our speaker is here already. So he'll be right back. All right, so prior to the last session we just had, where we wrapped up an interesting session on AI Community Day, I'm super pleased to announce that we'll be starting a session on custom AI development on Google Cloud. And Google, the sponsor of this session, has honorably provided Google Cloud credits for everyone joining this session. So, as the chat is ongoing, I'm just going to drop the link to try out the Google Cloud session, and also I'm just going to share the link now. So, if you are watching us live, you can just go ahead and scan the QR code to be able to get the Google Cloud credit. I think is about $5 in there. So thank you so much, Google, for providing this Google Cloud credit. So before we proceed, I'm just going to introduce our speaker for this very own event. So our speaker, Honorable Udombat, I'm just gonna say thank you so very much making it um, making it up to this virtual session. Is a seasoned agentic AI specialist, and also is the founder and head of AI at Innovation Labs. I'm super pleased to have you here in Machine Learning Uyo to host this session, and also this means so much to us. So please do well to share this link. And I think without any much question, I'm gonna be sharing the link to the Google Cloud credit, so you can actually claim your credit and then follow up with the collab we'll be doing today. And also, I'm going to share the link to um the I'm gonna share the link to the tutorial you are going to follow. So please, I believe Mr. Fonobom, you can hear me. All right, cool. So anywhere you are joining this live session from, just do well to drop your name, your location, and where you are joining us from. So I'm just going to go behind the stage, but keep your questions, ask your questions, let your questions come in. We're going to um, answer and ask all. We are going to answer all your questions. Thank you so much. So, Mr. Udobo, if you are settled, you can just unmute your mic and speak and go ahead.
All right, thank you so much, Victor. I believe you can
Cool.
hear me at this point.
Yes, I can hear you.
So I want to know if I'm going to start because my setup is ready. Um,
Yes, you can actually proceed. You can actually proceed. Maybe before we proceed, I would just say, can you, looking at your background and how you were able to grow from just a student in the local region and today you are on the global market to be to start a company that will soon change how innovation is done. How were you able to grow establish yourself from just a student to somebody that is actually leading industry innovations.
all right, thank you so much for that question. I want to say that community is everything. Right from the campus in Akwa State University, I was part of the Google Developer Students Club. I was part of the Google Developer groups, and I did the Google Career Certificate Program in Data Analytics, which is my background in tech. And then from that community, that small community of the Google Developer Students Club, I grew to explore more in AI, even as a final year student in 2023. And that was what gave me all the resources I need, gave me all the networking I need to begin to grow and to connect. Right from campus, we had so many amazing and super talented young people. So I began to build network. I began to build business network and strategic network among the young part of our startup today. Very smart people. And then that was how it all started. Community, I would say in one word.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think you have said a lot of things, so I'm just gonna say you can just proceed. Your story is really, really inspiring. So you can proceed to sharing your screen. So I think you can start, and I'll just follow up from there.
All right, thank you so much, Victor. Um,
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead to share my screen. And can I know if you have dropped the link for participants? There is a link. Um, I want to put it on StreamYard. You can put it on YouTube. The link to the tutorial on Google Clouds. So you can put it on the YouTube description as well for everyone to access. So there you go.
So I think your screen is visible now. Is visible now.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
So what I was asking is if you have dropped the link for participants, link to this program on Google Cloud Host.
Okay. Let me do that now.
All right. So I'm going to start while you are doing that. Start right away. So welcome to Quick Labs. This is called Quick Labs on Google Cloud program. It's a self-blessed tutorial platform where you can go and find a whole lot of resources to learn and grow as far as the Google developer ecosystem is concerned. So for our class today, we want to see how we can combine Google Clouds and agentic AI, custom AI development on the Google Cloud platform. So today we're going to take this lab called Introduction to Google Agent Space. And we are going to do something very amazing technically and hands-on. And I will also be with you to explain some theoretical concepts behind the practicals that you're going to see today. So Victor, before now, had shared a link for you to sign up for a Google Cloud credits. You need cloud credits to access this lab, this practice on the Google Cloud platform. So you could see that I'm using a new account. So I'm going to sign in right here with a Gmail of mine, which I have gotten Google Cloud credits. So I'm going to sign in here with my Gmail. So before now, I have gotten my Google Cloud credits. I believe you get yours before you start to engage on these tutorials. So what you're going to see here, a lab session. The lab session on the Google Cloud platform allows you to go through these tutorials hands-on with a to guided and self-blessed instructions. So do not click on Start Lab first until you have read the overview of what we want to do today. So what's Google Agent Space? Google Agent Space unlock enterprise expertise for employees with agents that bring together Gemini's advanced vision, Google quality search, and enterprise data, regardless of where it is hosted. So I'm going to explain this in a simpler term as someone that has interacted with it over time, right? So what we want to do today is we want to build what is called a Google Agent Space, which is a chatbot, a chat agent that can be used within an organization to perform basic tasks. As you can see here, it's a featuring AI agent that can help plan, reason, and execute tasks. Agent Space assists with information retrieval and summarization, task automation, data analysis, and reporting. So we are going to see this as we proceed. So for this use case, we want to build an agent for a company called Simba Foods, right? And this chat agent is going to help the internal processes of this particular company. So these are the objectives, the things we are going to be able to do at the end of this lab. We are going to be able to configure your AI applications authentication, create Google Drive, Google Storage, Google Cloud Storage, and Google Calendar data stores. So let me not spend time on this. Let's see it in the practical. And this is the setup which I'm going to show you live. So this point is very important because it allows you to get into the Google Cloud Console with a student account. So let's go. Now I'm going to click on Start Lab, right? Okay. This lab needs some Google Cloud credit, so I'm going to change it to my account. You see, this account, I don't have a Google Cloud credit, so I will go to the account in which I have some Google Cloud credits. I need an email of mine. Let me some. Yes, you see, I have 33 credits here, so this can come. So I'm gonna go back to the tutorials, to the tutorial. All right. So here we are. So I'll click on Start the Lab. You see, I have cloud credits with these accounts. So I will say launch this lab with one cloud credit. All right. So immediately I started my lab, the time begins to count. So I have 1 hour 30 minutes to go through this and open Cloud Console. This point is very important. You don't just click, instead you right click. I repeat that, you right click on this point. Why? Because you want to open with an incognito window. So I am using Microsoft Edge. browser. So I would say open link within private window, right? So if you are using Chrome, it is called incognito. If you are using the Edge, like myself, it's in private window. So what happens is that as you open this on the in private window, it takes you to it creates a student account as seen here, student 012C3 and all. So you choose your location, I am in Nigeria, and you agree and continue. Now this is the Google Cloud Console right here, right? But it doesn't use your Gmail because it gives you a student account for two reasons. Number one, so that you will not be charged. Number two, so that as you practice the tutorials, which I'm going to place side by side here, you are going to be notified on your progress. So this account here on your Google Cloud Console is integrated to this tutorial section. So what I've done is that I've splitted my screen. You see my time is still counting, and I have this student account right here on this console, on this Google Cloud Console, making me to work in synchronization with the two tabs. So this is my tutorial tab, which I'm going to put on my right hand side as I start task number one. Task number one. So this is as simple as copy and paste. It's a guided instruction. So number one says from the Google Cloud Console, navigate to the menu. We are right here. This is the menu. And go to cloud storage and then bucket. So let's find cloud storage. Here we are, if you can see my cursor, and bucket. I have done that. Click on the name of the GCS bucket that has been pre-provisioned for you in this lab. So the beautiful thing about using this student account is that certain data and information has been pre-provisioned for you, has been prepared for you. So you are just making use of what has already been there. So here you go. It says click on this quick labs, right? Inside your bucket, you should see at least three folders. Here we are, three folders: agent space, lab storage, agent space drive, and notebook LM. So we have seen all three, and the next task is to navigate to agent space drive. And in agent space drive, you are going to see this data: marketing data, sales data, customer feedback, and pie chart. So what we do is that we download all of them into the computer. So I'm downloading all of them. Marketing data for, probably this is the fourth time I'm doing this, so it calls it for marketing data, sales data, customer feedback, and then pie chart, customer sentiment. So this is an image, a .png file. So I'm going to Control S. I am using Windows to save it, right? So I have saved that into my device. So I've downloaded all this as the instruction is. It says, so I'm going to tell you why we are doing all this. It's going to come out beautiful when we are using it to build our agent space. In the incognito window, where you log in the Google Cloud, open a new browser tab and navigate to your Google Drive at drive.google.com. So I'm going to copy this link, and then on the incognito window, I open to see a fresh new Google Drive has been created for me. You see the student account right here. Okay, that has been locked in. In Google Drive, create a folder and name it Agent Space Drive. So, Agent Space Drive Asset. Create a new folder and name it Agent Space Drive. I have done that. And then, in the folder, upload those documents. Yeah. So I'm going to click on this folder and I will upload those documents. You can see them on my computer. Those documents that we downloaded previously. Here we go, here we go, here we go. You can see them very beautiful in my Google Drive. Download text file. So we are going to navigate back to Google Clouds console and go to Notebook Alum and actually do the same. Download marketing data. These are the text files. So these are text files. So when you click on it, it's going to open on a web page. So you Control S. So I'll call it marketing data for the same thing for sales data. So these are text that are going to serve as our training data for our agent space. So when you'll be building yours that is different from the demo, that means you will need some training data, which is the business information on which you are building the chatbots for. So I have saved all of those. Customer feedback, sales data, marketing data as text files, right? And the next is in the same incognito mode, I'm going to go to calendar. I'm going to open a Google calendar. All right. So, and then I'll just create events. Probably 1 hour from now. Create an event. Call it this. Let the event be. We may not spend 1 more hour from now. So let's say the next 35 minutes. Save it. So I have done that. Now check my progress. So one of the reasons you are using the student account for this tutorial is that you are to check your progress, having carried out all the instructions above. So let's check. So if you have done it, it's going to tick green. And you see we've just gotten 20% of 100, 20% of the program. So let's go on task number 2. So we are back on Google Clouds console. So in the Google navigate to agents by searching. So we're going to search for what is called agent space. Here is the search. Agent space. As I search, it comes up. I click on it. And we have two interfaces, the notebook island and the agent space. So we're going to be working on the agent space. So I will click on manage agent space. It says click on continue and activate the API. So now you're going to see how the API works and what are these API. We've created a Google Drive. We have created a calendar. So we are going to use those APIs. In this particular section. So I have done that from the settings from the left pane. Click on settings and go to global. click on the pencil icon, click global identity and save. Right. So I have just done that. Configure the license as well. So these are very critical settings that we must put in place. Under license, click on multi-region and global. And why are we doing this? So that at the end of the day, when we create our agent space, have you seen my screen? I'm following the tutorials line and seeing that. Select agent space. So I was trying to tell us what we are doing this. We are selecting global location so that when we create our agent space at the end of the day, whichever is going to use it from any part of the world will be able to interact it because we do not limit it to a particular region. So I've clicked on add subscription. Okay, so we now go to the free agent space enterprise plus free trial. You can share my screen. So that is what we're gonna go for. And then we add type yes here and confirm. At this point, I would like to confirm if somebody is hearing me, Mr. Victor. You may want to confirm that. Um, all right. So I'm back to my tutorials. Back to my tutorials. So you are seeing my screen and the tutorial section of things. And we are on the same page. So at this point, we're gonna go to add users. And which user are we adding? So in the user email, add your quick lab student account, which is this. So this is my student account. I'm gonna add that right here. I'm using the free trial, so I'm gonna submit this. All right. So I'll go ahead to check my progress. That is done. We are 40% on track. We are 40% on track. And while this is going on, do not forget to drop questions in the chat, and the Victor, that mean guy, will pick them up and send them my way so I can attend to them. So the next step is we're gonna create agent space data stores, right? So we are still on the AI application menu. We are still on the AI application menu. It says from the application menu, select data stores from the left-hand navigation pane, as you can see here, data stores. So let's go to data stores. And then create data store. Data store are what we call containers in software development. These are examples of data stores, containers. Create data store. I have done that. Locate the Google Drive. Now you're going to see why we were building Google Drive and calendar. So select Google Drive and choose on and then continue. put it in a global location. It's already in global. Data store name, just Google Drive. Google Drive data store and create. Alright, so we've created a Google Drive data store. The next is going to be Google Calendar. Still going to this guide and click on Create Data Store. So we look for Google Calendar and perform the same steps. Here you go. Select multi-region. Call this Google Calendar. Alright, so we are good to go. The next is that we are still going to get to create data store, and now we are creating a cloud storage data store. Select cloud storage, and you must be careful to take unstructured documents. So this allows you to put all kinds of documents, files into your cloud storage. So it must not necessarily be structured data like a JSON formats and all. So it allows PDF, text, and more. So that has been ticked for synchronization one time. And lastly, under here, browse and select this account, which is your student's account at QuickLabs. And then continue. So normally we're going to name this lab storage. Great. So it's taking shape. Let's allow that to sink a few seconds. So we have created data stores. You're going to see what we'll do with these data stores. I check my progress. Beautiful. Now to the big business, to the main business. All these were us preparing ingredients for the meal. Preparing ingredients for the meal. Now we are about to cook, right? So from the AI, we are still at the AI application menu. Select apps from the left-hand navigation menu, which I have just done that. Create app. Find agent space card and select. Here we go. So advanced option. So we're gonna call this symbol foot agents. Symbol foot agent space. Remember from the intro, we are building an agent space for this company called Symbol Foods. So let's see what that will turn out. Okay. For location of your app, select global. Okay, that was done. That was done. Now look at this. Still following the instruction. The beautiful thing about this instruction is that it allows us to perform this task step by step without missing anything. So this is where we are at point number 8 in the Symbol Food Agent Space app. right? Select connected data stores. So that is exactly where we are at app overview. Connected data stores. On my left hand side, I click on connected data stores. You see what we're going to do with that and why we were creating those data stores previously. And then add existing data stores. So we've created our data stores before now, and then we are adding it here. So we select cloud storage, Google Calendar, and Google Drive. All right, and then we connect. So we are connecting these data stores to our symbol foot agent space. So let's check out progress if that has been deployed. So it's gonna take some minutes. Let's find out. It's gonna really take some minutes. It's gonna take some minutes because of the cloud storage. It's gonna take some minutes. Let me try to refresh this. Let's see. Try to check my progress again. Okay, I'm gonna allow that while I go to something else because the pop-up says it's gonna take it may take about 5 to 10 minutes. Now let's interact with the agent space. Let's go ahead and interact with the agent space. So we have built a chat agent for Simba Foods agent space application. It's fully configured and connected to our data. So let's find out. So the note still says it may take up to 5 to 10 minutes. Um, so that we don't run into error, I'm going to allow about 5 minutes. So Mr. Victor, you may like us to interact. People should ask questions while we allow our agent space to configure for about 5 minutes before we get to interact with it, test it, and perform a whole lot of stuff on the agent space. Is that good? So let's give ourselves about 5 minutes to interact with the agent space, to ask questions rather. So I will keep my screen, I'll keep sharing my screen. Let me keep my screen active. Yes. All right. So let's have some questions on what we have done so far while we are waiting for our agent space to configure. And we're also checking the time. Oh, we have really been fast. We had 1 hour, 30 minutes, and we reached just 25 minutes. So we still have time. So don't worry, if you are doing this on your own for the first time, I've done this a few times, then you may need to spend 2 hours to still learning. You may need to spend 2 hours. So if at any point you run out of time without completing your agent space, what you do is that you can start again. You have the leisure to start again. It's just one book like credits going to cost you, and you have several of that when you apply for it through the link Victor is sharing. So we were waiting for about 5 minutes. In the next 2 minutes, I will continue. I wanted to see if we can have some questions while we allow our agent space to configure on this number of minutes. So we have 1 minute and we will run. So let us continue. Let us continue. Um, I'm gonna refresh this again to one more time. Find out if this has been seen. So I'm going to go ahead and proceed to the next slide. We are still in the AI applications, and then we go to agent space. From app overview, so this is the overview of our agent space we've just built. Here you can see go to agent space. So it opens a new tab. Wow. So our agent is built out and we have the right to interact with it. This is how it looks like. And you can see these all these buttons. So it's like your normal chatbots, AI applications. So now it is hosted on a Google Cloud platform. If you can go further, there are possibilities where we can host this. You can host this within your organization, right? Probably on your website, through the DNS console, and all. That shall be a lesson for another day. So let's see what's up. In the search bar, enter the following prompt. So based on our input, let's test the agent space. Give me an update on our latest marketing data. Let's go. See, it's thinking, it's drawing information, it's going to our Google Drive, all the data that we put in those data stores, and then it comes up with this beautiful output. There is a simple food Q3 marketing data on the calendar for today, which suggests that marketing strategies are currently topic of discussion. Impressive. All right. So that comes up with that output. We should see. Okay, we have seen that. As a follow-up, ask what products are in March newsletter. Okay. Now where are all these data coming from? From those text files and other files that we put in the connected data stores. So it is thinking through, thinking through, thinking through. So let's see. Of course, I tell you what products were in March newsletter. The March newsletter campaign was titled March Newsletter New Brownies, and the mail subject was Indulge in New Foggy Brownies. Based on the campaign data, the newsletter featured a variety of new brownie products. All right. So it is going into our connected data stores to give us outputs. So, like your normal chat, where you could click on new chats and go ahead to interact with it. In the search bar, click Tools tab, Tools, and select Search Internal Sources. Okay. Enter the following prompt: summarize customer sentiments by chat. This is beautiful. You could see that we used a pie chart before now to embed into. It says what? Please provide me with a customer sentiment which I would like to summarize. Oh wow. Let's go again. It has not picked that. So okay. That means it is not picking. It says you may need to upload the query again. Let's assume it has not picked for that first time. Let's upload the query again and find out. Okay, in order to be on the right track, I will go into the drive and find out. Okay, customer summarize the customer sentiment by chats form. So I'm going to use exact name to find out it is doing the right thing. I am going to use exact name. Okay, I'm seeing some reasoning step here. If you can see my screen. So it has actually find the pie chart right now because I've given it the appropriate name. You could see, so that mistake help us to learn that nomenclature, what you name your file in the connected data stores matters when you want to prompt it. So it has given us the desired output right now. And then we'll click a new chat to say what meetings are on my agenda today? What do I need to have prepped for to prepare for them? So let's find out. So while we were creating the Google Calendar data stores, it helps to track what meetings we have today. You could see Simba's Food Q3 marketing strategy meeting 7:15. See, that's it. Click on Google Agent Space logo. Here we go. Now, on the configuration menu, which I'm going to show us on the Google Cloud Console, we can change this logo to what you want. Click on Annotation, idea generation. So these are the different functionalities of this agent space. Help me brainstorm a presentation flow to present sales insights. So let's see. Now this agent space used the Gemini model 2.5, right, to give us this deep reasoning. So it's still thinking based on my prompts. These are sales insight presentation flow. This is so excellent. So this is called idea generation. So it's giving you, so you can as well edit it or accept it and then go to start conversation or start the session. Okay. Open is sales insight presentation flow. It's here. Let's find out what comes up. I hope we can use just an hour. Now we have actually built up the agent space. So what we are doing now is we are interacting with it back and forth to see the different features and functionalities it has. It's still generating ideas. You can see my screen. Now, like I said, these are features of the 2.5 Gemini 2.5, which include deep reasoning. So after now, the next thing we're gonna get into is deep reasoning, and then analysis with notebook, LM, and finally under analysis with notebook, we're gonna have multi-modalities. You can convert your output to audio and all of that. So all this is loading, 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 loading. So like I said, while we are waiting for this to configure, you can send in your questions, you can send your concerns, any challenge in the course of the lesson, so we can try our hands on it to sort it out. This is taking a lot of time. Let me check my progress if it is going to score. No, it doesn't because I didn't complete the last step. Let me try that again. Okay, let's see what it cooks up at the end of the day. It's trying to give me a presentation. Um, let's stick around. It's a live class. All right, this is taking a whole lot of time to watch. Let me go back to the tutorials. Let me check the last step. Let me check. It's not still connection. And this as well. So this cannot take because it says query your agent's best assistant, which is what I'm doing right now. So because of our time, I'm gonna go ahead to perform the next tag on deep research. If I could even have a way to split this screen. Alright. So what I've done right now is that I have opened multiple screens for my adjustments. This is still loading while I open it on yet another screen to perform a different task. So I go on deep research and I want to put this here. So as you all know, deep research is one of the features of Gemini 2.5. And I will start this session. I'll start the research. So what research are we working on? Research the latest marketing tips and tricks that companies are using and generate a list of actionable steps a company can generate to improve our current marketing strategy. So let's find out. So this again is going to take a few minutes to come up. So I believe you can see how we've gone through the whole process of loading this out, and now we are testing and testing and testing to see how it works and how it's being used and can be used in your organization for your business, for the internal operations, and for workflow acceleration in your business, in your company. So while we are waiting for all this, a lot of stuff are loading right now. From the previous prompt we had to the last one we just initiated. So I will call on Victor to take the Q&A while we are still watching to see how this continues to give us our desired outputs.
All right, thank you so much
All right,
for
thank you so much.
that insightful session. And I've actually like learned a lot about AI agents, getting started, walking through the code lab session. So what is going to happen is that I'm going to just go through the comment section, and then we have let me check if we have any questions. So we have Deepak from India, we have Michael from Lagos, and also personally I'm joining from Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, and we also have GM from Kenya. We also have Godwin from Lagos. We have TX Tata from Uyo. We also have Timeless Sales TV from Nigeria, Uyo. We have Vision Media Tech from Nigeria, Uyo. Basically, um, this if you have any question, please feel free to drop your question. I think we are going to go through each of these questions. So I'll just go through the section now. Um, so I'm just gonna ask this question. What do you think, or in the next coming years, so that is to our speaker, how do you think AI agent is going to impact industries, and how we are actually going to use this to enable new product and product features that we don't already have yet? Or how do you look at it in relation to the AI community? There what's possible with it as in regards to empowering a local developer?
All right, thank you, Victor, for that question. So it says, how would an AI agent empower organizations or um, individuals? Let's start from the last point. Let's say a developer in Uyo, how is AI agent going to empower them? So I want to start from with the words of Jensen, that's the CEO of NVIDIA. He says AI is not going to take away your job, but a guy that knows how to use AI is going to take away your job. So a young developer in the inner city community that is trying to learn, is trying to make headway in his career, AI is going to empower him. And you ask how? starting from selfless learning and education. I wrote a research article that says how students or career people can use AI to reduce memory bankruptcy. So there's a thought going on, a postulation that AI is going to impede the memory growth of users, right? As everybody runs to AI now for as quick means to sort out things that they used to think about critically and do some deep research before they can find out. So, yes, I accept that. If we use AI haphazardly, it's gonna happen that way. However, in my article, I propose a strategic way that developers, students, and career people could use AI to boost memory productivity, to boost memory power instead of destroying it, instead of impeding it, as the postulation says. So, the young developer in the inner city community trying to find his way around could use AI now as a learning partner. Let me put it like that, as a learning partner. When I had my AI internship in a startup in Canada, the CEO said, um, my best interaction is with the machines. Why? Because he always ran to AI to fix stuff that before now you would have gone to, you were looking for a community, you are looking for a physical mentor, but AI can bridge that gap, that knowledge gap is what the AI agents or the normal generative AI that we have can do to help the young developer that is trying to scale in his career, trying to gain more knowledge, right? Secondly, so you asked about organizations. I think that this is where we are still at the early age. Organizations have not yet tapped into the potentials that we have, that AI has, and it's not gonna happen overnight. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take the proper education, like what you have started at the AI community in machine learning Uyo. So organizations will have to first train their young people, will have to train their talents, their workers on how to use AI so they don't end up being blessed. So that is where it all has to start, at a place of education, at a place of bridging the knowledge gap, so that the people do not lose their job when AI is now brought into different organizations in the vital industries like education, agriculture, health, and technology, infrastructure, and all, to be able to perform some basic tasks. A lot of people are going to be displaced. But with the right AI knowledge, AI literacy, that it's going to curb the level of job displacement by allowing people to collaborate using AI instead of being displaced by AI. Okay, Victor, I believe you are still with me now. If I believe everyone can see my screen, what we were actually waiting for has finished loading. It was a deep
All right,
research
so
that.
you can just walk us through what we have there, like in the screen.
All right, thank you. So you could see before now, before I call for the Q&A, all this were loading. So I'm going to go back to the tutorials to show us how we came about all of these. How we came about all of this, right? So here we were working on idea generation, this is it, idea generation, where we asked it to help brainstorm a presentation flow to present sales insights, right? And we're going to see the result. So it took a whole lot of them. So this is the workflow, presentation flow, sales insight presentation flow. So it goes ahead to present all of this, which is a very robust infrastructure. That is why it took time to load. So that was us prompting our agent space that we have built out. Let me see if this is done. This is going to work. Another thing is I want to check my time. Uh, we have 26 minutes to go before our lab closes. You can see my screen. This is actually still saying reviewing ideas. Now the second screen, which you saw here, was about deep research. Interact with your agent space. Using the deep research. So we click on deep research and we put this robust prompts, which is marketing tips and tricks that food company are using, actionable steps. So we go ahead and look at this whole lot of details. So that is why it is called deep research. So that took some minutes to load. So what we can do with our deep research, okay, the tutorial here tells us that we should be able to see an audio summary of this research. Okay, so that's our deep research right there. What I have not still seen is the audio, the audio output of this research. Let's hope that is still coming on the way because it says it's going to take 5 to 10 minutes. Now, while that is going on, I'm going to. The last part is how to use the notebook pattern. So I'm going to click on notebook. Don't forget that this remains as history. So whenever we go here, whatever we did before still remain. So this is a notebook alarm. Create new notebook alarm. Click on that. And then add sources. So our sources are going to be those text files that we downloaded earlier. So let me click on add sources. It takes me to my computer. customer feedback, sales, marketing. So I've uploaded those data and it automatically gave my notebook a name, customer feedback analysis. So from now I can begin to interact with it by asking some of these questions. Let's see, what audience did the spring cookie promotion target? Okay, it gives an answer. Women aged 25 to 55. Okay. So this is where we can generate audio overview. So I'm skipping some of these questions and I'll go ahead to generate an audio. In the studio section, click generate. Here is the studio section, studio, and then generate. So we are generating an audio summary of those files that we embedded into the notebook outline. So that will take a while again. And then you can continue to explore and explore. And that is the end of our class today. So don't forget we have about 20 minutes. Let me check my time. 20 minutes. So while you are doing this at home, your spare time, you may need more time. And whenever your time elapses, you can start again. And the second time will always be faster. So I'm still generating my audio file, and I will again call on Victor if there are more questions, so that while we are waiting for this to load, we can have questions and answers again. Alright, if you can see my screen, my audio is ready. I'm gonna play it. It's very interesting. You cannot hear it because you cannot hear my device audio. Um, let's click my progress. Okay, that has been completed. And I believe I've come to the end of my assessment. If that has worked, then others should. So I've come to the end of my assessment. For some obvious reasons, others are not clicking, but I have 70%. So I would like to end my lab maybe 10 minutes to. So this gives an audio summary of all that we were doing.
All right, so I'm just going to confirm you can hear me. Cool. I'm just gonna say thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, as speaker, for taking on this session. This means so much to all our community members. We have actually gone a long way to build a deep research agent, leveraging the opportunities we have, um, on Google Cloud. Look at what we can do. Thank you so much. And for those that are joining us, I believe you have gotten your cloud credit because it's really needed. If you haven't done so, I'm just going to go ahead and then share my screen so you can actually scan the QR code. I'll just go ahead and share my screen so you can scan the QR code and then get your cloud credits to be able to follow along with the session. Yeah, so can you see my screen? I think you have to stop
I
sharing.
think I need to stop sharing. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to stop sharing. Then I'm just going to add the stage. All right, perfect, cool. So please, if you have not redeemed your cloud credits, it's really limited. Do well to scan this and then redeem your cloud credit to be able to carry on live session, carry on practical collab. And I'm gonna follow this up and drop the link to our session. Okay, someone is asking if there is a link. So there's a link actually, and I'm just going to share that now. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna share that now. Where is the link? Where is the link? Um, alright, cool. I have it. I'll just copy this and I'm going to drop it here. Okay, so that's cool. I've actually dropped the link to claim the cloud credits. Okay, I've actually dropped the link, so I think you can follow with that. And then basically, let me see. So we also have more people joined. We have Bounty in Uyo who joined us as well. And then I've shared the link to Um, I'm just going to share the link to the resources we used today as well. Just give me a few minutes, few seconds while I do that. Okay. So I'm just okay. You have the link to the cloud credit and the link to the resources now. Um, is there anybody that wants to ask any question? Do you have any question? You could just indicate. I'm going to send you the link to come up to stage, so you can actually ask your question. So okay, so I'm just gonna say thank you so much everybody for joining and staying up to this call. It seems you don't have any other question. I'm just gonna say thank you so much. In the absence of that, we have come to the end of this session. Thank you so much. See you in our next session.